things like that kind of like excites me to go do. Like I really want to do it, you know. So there may be other stuff like even roller coasters maybe that people may have a fear of. I don't really have a fear of drowning. I can swim pretty good. So right now I'm just brainstorming. So there may be a better way to this, but right now this is what I'm gonna do right now. How I'm gonna let it off. So yeah, and that's what I'm gonna just keep it right now. The fears. We go to insecurities maybe. Insecurities. All right. Insecurities. Physique. I'm very skinny kid. Most people say I have like an athletic build, but I am kind of skinny, kind of bony, bones and skin. So at times I feel like that may come into play, and I feel like I may not be taken that seriously or looked at or looked upon as an adult because of my physique. So I'll say physique. Two, not feeling worthy. Enough. Three, not being really gifted in anything. To my knowledge. That's an insecurity I have. Four, the way I speak. That's one of my biggest things right now is the way I speak. Oh, there could be another fear. Public speaking. There you go. Fear of public speaking. But to you guys, it may sound awesome. It may sound good the way I sound. But I feel like at times when I'm talking to people, like I can get into the habit of being in like what they call a seeking rapport, a trying rapport tone. Sometimes I feel like I can mumble over my words or stutter maybe. Sometimes slur my words, not really enunciate my words correctly. But yeah, that mainly my words and also talking too fast. Like right now, I'm trying to be very conscious of how I'm talking. Because I really, like I said, it's one of the insecurities I'm really what we call inclined to, or just really have an ear for the way I speak. When I'm watching my other videos, it's like, why I sound like that, or why I sound like this. So, the way I speak is one of my biggest insecurities. My vocal speaking. So, right now for insecurities, I got physique, not feeling worthy enough, not being really gifted in anything to my knowledge, my vocal and my speaking. I guess being broke, maybe. I don't want this to be like something to write down. I really want to understand if is this really one of my insecurities. I mean, me just being broke is more of bad habits. Of course, not having the best job, but it's more just overspending. So I don't really think that's an insecurity on my part. I could say maybe clothing, probably outerwear. And also just, I guess that comes to fear of committing, but being, quitting way too soon and everything. I guess not really having a great group of friends. I mean, I have like one or two great best friends, which is all that you need. But at the same time, well, one of my best friends, he moved to Georgia, so he's gone. But I feel like they say you are of the average of the 5 people you hang out with. And yeah, I hang out with myself a lot, but I feel like not having a great group of friends is one of my insecurities. Just sometimes I feel like I'm just a loner, whatever. Which is okay to be at some time at times to be alone with yourself, but I feel like if I could really get myself in with great people and a great group of friends, that could really help a lot. So I'm gonna say one of my insecurities is just not having a great social life. I think that's pretty much what I have right now. I mean, I can continue to update this list for right now, but we can talk about bad habits I have at the moment. You know, like I said, spending. I really have a bad habit about spending, especially now that I kind of take care of myself now. So I make sure that I have all my essential needs and everything, but I can get to overspending on certain things that I don't need. Sometimes most of my money goes towards food, like almost every young person is mainly food. But however, I feel like sometimes I go overboard with food, you know, where I don't need to buy all that I buy at the time. And I could really just get the same calorie intake or the same thing, because I do eat pretty good. I try to eat pretty clean and pretty good, but I feel like just the quantity of it is not very necessary. So I said that's one of my spending habits. Right now, I'll be honest, to some people they say it may be good, but at this point in my life, I currently have $29 to my name. $29 to my name. And it might go down to like $7 because my gym membership is going to take money out of my account maybe tomorrow or the day after. So right now, besides my job I work at a shoe store. I work at DSW. It's a shoe store. It's known all around the nation. I work early in the mornings. I guess technically overnight. I'm a stock associate. And then for extra dollars, I do like Uber Eats or Postmates, like food delivery services. Make extra cash. So, but spending is one habit I gotta fix. Another habit is, I guess, taking lengthy naps. It's a bad habit. It's a good when you're tired. Like when I'm driving, it's very important to make sure you're rested. So if you have to pull over to the side somewhere and take a quick nap, go ahead. Or if you're just tired from coming from work, that's okay. But I feel like I waste a lot of time where I know I can be productive, where I don't need to take an hour to 2 hour naps. Sometimes I get up and I end up going back to sleep, like I did today. But yeah, naps, one of my biggest things is naps. Bad habits. What else? Not really staying consistent with journaling. I'm also in my head way too much. Sometimes daydreaming too much. Arguing with my mind, letting my mind take control. So for example, when I'm spending, I feel like I justify my bad habits too much, or I justify my bad decisions way too much. So there goes the bad habits. I'm definitely going to break this video down like 2 or 3 parts, you know. I'll try to think of what the next topics I want to do. Because I don't want these videos to be too long. I don't want you guys sitting 20 minutes watching my videos, you know. I really don't. I want you guys to be productive and doing something. So I might just cut it down to like 10 each. I mean, at the moment, that's what I could think of at the moment. So I got fears of committing, fears of people with higher status, fear of the unknown, I guess, fear of success, fear of letting other people down, public speaking, my insecurities, my physique, not feeling worthy enough, not being really gifted in anything, my vocal and my speaking patterns and the way I sound. At times, I guess clothing, outwear, just how I look on the outside. Basically, you know, skin, things of that nature. which I do take good care of my skin because of that reason. Quitting way too soon, definitely, that's one of my biggest things. And not having a great social life, one of my insecurities. Like not being in a romantic relationship since long as I can remember. And even though it's not really a big deal to me, because I feel like right now if I were to get into a relationship, it's probably not going to be a good idea. Not for me, but for the person, for the other girl, whoever I meet. Because I feel like I want to improve myself so bad that it may come off as selfish. But when you really want to have a desire to do something to help somebody else, you know, sometimes you really got to put all your attention and energy into it. You know, so maybe when I was younger, that was a big thing, not having a girlfriend or whatever, because everybody had girlfriends, everybody, you know, was doing their thing. But at this point, I'm not really looking for a relationship, so I don't want to put that down as an insecurity. But yeah, that's it. And I guess one of my insecurities is not being looked at as somebody who should be taken serious. Not somebody, I want to say high status, but just somebody who I feel like I'm not looked at as somebody who should be respected, you know. And probably because I don't respect myself. So that's understanding. And then for my habits, I got spending. So pretty much how it works is with spending is, for example, I may not have eaten lunch or whatever that for the whole day. I might eat like some bananas, drink some water, and then I'll head to the gym. So I kind of have an idea of how these habits are being cued. Like this book right here is called Atomic Habits by James Clear. So this kind of tells me everything about habits and how to build good habits and break bad ones. So I kind of have an idea of how my spending works is, for example, I come from the gym, I know I didn't eat nothing that day. And if I get paid around a certain time, I have a certain money in my account, I might say, you know what, man, let's go out to eat. Because I don't live with my mom or my dad no longer anymore at all. Kind of live with myself. So let's go out to eat. And I'll go out and eat something. And then instead of getting something that I know that'll fill me up, that'll just satisfy me just fine, I might let me get a large, or I want to say large because I don't really eat fast food, but like instead of getting a quarter chicken, let me get a half chicken with rice and beans and you know, etc. Or let me go to this place I never been before and pay $20 or for like 2 slices of pizza, you know, where I can get good pizza for like, you know, $8 or $10 for 2 slices, you know, just for experience. And I'll tell myself, well, you got to experience new things and you got money, so you just go out and just do some Uber Eats and Postmates to pay yourself back. And then I end up not doing that, and then my money starts going down. If I go to the mall or some shoes that have my I used to be like this. I used to have an app on my phone. I used to look at clothes and browse clothes all day. And when I get paid, I'll have like a certain cart and I'll leave it to the side. As soon as I get paid, I say I've been having this for a while now, this idea, so I got to pay for it right now, and I'll buy it. Or if I go to the mall and I say, I've been looking for this for a while now. If I don't get it now, I may never get it again. If I want this nice plaid shirt or whatever, I may never get it again. So what should I do? I'm gonna buy it, and then I start justifying in my mind. So those are the certain cues I get. Or if I'm walking in the hot sun, I'm like, man, I knew I need some shades. I gotta buy. So I might try to go buy the Ray-Ban section kiosk in the mall or whatever. Even though it's out of my budget, I can buy it, but it's still out of my budget. I'll justify to myself like some stupid stuff, you know. So that's where the spending comes in. That's where my habits come in, and I guess I only have anything what I'm pushing towards to. I do have some debt right now, and when I give you this number, to some of you guys, you might be like, that went to college, you may be like, that's it? Wow, you're blessed, man. You're lucky. That's all you have, you know? Like, I wish I was like that, you know? But I didn't go to college, to be honest. So technically, statistically, I'm set up to fail. I'm not gonna be one of those people, successful people. I'm probably gonna be working at a fast food restaurant, for the rest of my life, or in retail for the rest of my life. I can't get a great job. So think of it that way as well. So I have a phone bill that just went into my collections account. So it's on my credit, which I haven't established yet. I don't have any credit cards or anything like that to help build my credit at the moment, because I just don't trust myself at the moment. So I never gotten one, and I've seen other friends that may have gotten a credit card, and right now they're paying bills on top of bills on top of bills. So that's just out the way. I'm not really doing anything with that right now. And so yeah, my collections account right now, I think I'm at $1,618 for the phone bill. So the phone I record on right now is a Galaxy S7 Edge. I got this 2 years ago December. It's probably 3 years ago December now. Not 2 years ago December. And I got it with a person because it was buy one get one free, but it wasn't really like that, because the way the lady tried to sell us, she didn't tell us the whole thing, but I don't want to get into that. She kind of like, slipped. It was a little sleazy, but whatever. I still want the phone regardless, so I got it. And I also got another phone. Now, the phone's supposed to be free, but I guess for us, we didn't qualify for the moment. And we found out after we got the phone. And I got it with a certain person who I thought at the moment, who I should have known, because I already know this person's tendencies when it comes to paying bills. And, that's not really a strong suit. But I just wanted to be nice and say, you know what, here, just get the phone. And I was just too excited because I was getting a new phone. So I said, why not? You get one too. Now, after a while, the other person that was in the phone bill was starting to get a little inconsistent with paying for the phone bill. And at the time, I was working at a different job that was paying me even less, a part-time job, retail job. I was working at Party City at the time. And I could only afford, because like I said, I take care of myself. Even when I was living with my parents at 18, when I first got my first job working at Burger King, I told myself I'm never going to ask my parents for a penny ever again. That's so I can push myself and, and be uncomfortable as I can, and also see what I can do. And also have leverage over myself, So I want them paying for a penny at all. So besides me taking care of myself, I also had to pay for the phone. But the phone was in my name under my account, obviously, because now the credit is in my collections. And the money was being taken out of my account every month. Now, like I said, if it's being directly taken out of my account, if the person doesn't pay me on time, sometimes a month later or 2 months later, or never does, that puts me back. And actually, I was mistaken. I was working at Publix at the moment. It's a grocery store in Florida. If you live in Florida and probably parts of Atlanta, Georgia, they may have some in the Carolinas. But I was working there, and I ended up just going through making like an emotional decision to just quit one day. I just said, no, enough is enough. I don't want to work here. Where I was going was super far. Sometimes I would have to walk or ride my bike because I didn't want to take Ubers all the time, because I didn't have a car of my own at the time. And I said, no, it's just too much. I didn't want to work here. I didn't like the environment where I was at. So I just took an emotional decision and I quit. But however, I was still dealing with the person not paying on time. And for months, I had a feeling that this was going to happen. So I was asking this person to please just make it their own account. But for some reasons, making excuses of not going out and doing like a 5-minute thing, they don't want to do it. So I was stuck with this phone bill, pretty much paying for this phone bill. And then I quit, so that didn't help anything either. So that made it even harder. Even though I got a job as soon as possible right after, it was really too late. So for the first 2 or 3 months getting my second job, I was using a phone basically that only worked on Wi-Fi. I downloaded this app that allowed me to make phone calls and texting to anybody I want for free, just like having a regular phone service, but I needed Wi-Fi. And that's how I got my job interviews. That's how I got this job, was basically just calling them off of Wi-Fi. And that's the only time I was able to use it, the phone. Until then, I got another phone with another company, and I just put that to the side. I was thinking about paying it, but I was waiting for the other person to pay for it. But then I realized that's probably not going to ever happen. And honestly, I don't care if it doesn't happen. I'll take care of it myself. So I have that plus like I said, I was in the ER, so I'm waiting for that bill to come in. I don't have health insurance because honestly, I never really believed in going to doctors and hospitals and stuff like that. Because honestly, I'm not saying I'm in perfect health, but pretty much I'm more of aware of what I eat. What exercises I'm getting in. But sometimes you never know, it's all the unexpected things that gets you really messed up. So I do have a hospital bill. It's probably gonna be a lot of money because they did like a lot of different CAT scans and uh, different certain procedures on me just to make sure I was good. And they said I was good. So pretty much I got caught paying probably thousands of dollars for people telling me that I'm fine. But hey, it was a hard risk, so I guess it was worth the risk. It could be my last day on Earth that day. It could be anything could happen. So I'm glad I'm healthy. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I have right now. So I have that. Also I have a phone. I have to pay off the rest of my phone, so it's like $82.50, which I might pay off in my next paycheck. Just pay it all off. I'm trying to pay off all my debt one by one. So let's just say I have an average of maybe $3,000 to $4,000 of debt, which my goal is to pay it off all this year. That's one of my goals for sure. But my spending habits is what's holding me back, is what's killing me. So if you want to start writing down goals, one of my goals is pay off my debt. Okay, say $4,000. That's what I think is going to be. It may be less, maybe a little bit more, but I don't think it should be more than that. Pay off my debt. Another one is just I don't want to say push my mind to its limit.